Hey there everybody, and welcome back to Black Arrow Gaming. I am Bob, and we're here for some more Age of Wonders 3. A couple quick things I want to talk about before beginning this week. First off, if you guys haven't seen it, I did post that first Fallout 4 episode, so if you're interested in that, it's only about 15 minutes long. Put a lot of work into it, and I hope you guys enjoy it, so if you're interested, please be sure to go check that out. The other thing I wanted to mention is that I was originally thinking I was going to be gone again next weekend, and now it looks like that is not the case. So I'm going to be doing 3 episodes this weekend. I think I'm going to be gone the weekend, like 2 weekends from now, I guess, or whatever that would be for you guys. I guess this will post a day after I record it, so roughly 2 weeks from now. So I think maybe next week I might do another set of 5 episodes. We'll kind of see. My plans are in a little bit of flux there. But for this week, we're just going to do a standard set of 3, and you guys can expect to see me back again next weekend. So we have a number of comments to go through, a couple things that, it's part of the problem about being gone for 2 weeks. I tend to forget things. But stuff like this. So I received a comment from several of you that my warlord is going in the wrong direction. He was going to clear a ziggurat near Danilon, which is this human city down here. And yeah, it's right there on the coast. I completely missed that. He's running off the wrong way. I am going to turn him around because those structures are worth a lot of gold per turn. It's like 30 gold per turn. So yes, I definitely want to go back and get that. Yeah, it's going out of his way a bit, but I'm okay with that. So we'll go back and take care of that. Unfortunately, those angels are turning the terrain. Well, no, I have the temperate, the Heart of the Glades too, so the humans are still going to get benefits from that. So, yeah, we'll go back and get that. Also, comments, feedback from me. Well, first, I did want to say, in general, like, with me doing so many episodes all at once, I am reading through all your comments, but I've stopped responding to all of them on like older episodes. I still read them, and I do respond when I feel it's relevant and necessary to do so, but I'm primarily focusing on responding to comments in the most recent episode. I still try to answer like questions and stuff if you guys have questions, but that's why I apologize if I'm not getting back to everyone's comments. It takes me hours to get through the comments now, so I just have to try to shortcut a little bit. But I do read everything, so don't worry about that. Force high-speed tactical combat must be enabled before game start. Thanks to, I was talking about that a little bit in the last episode. It's a difference between this game and Planetfall. But yeah, I can't turn, I think I came from Planetfall. That was from Giannis MPA, I think. I have been playing Planetfall. I'm used to being able to toggle that, and then I was playing this and I was like, why is everything so slow? But yeah, that's just the way this game is. I don't think I can change that now that I've already begun the game, so I'll just have to mash right click a lot. So a comment I left myself was to maybe consider starting to cast Magic Shield a lot. I want to do that. I think I want to do that. And the reason is that it gives the computer something else to work on disjuncting, but it could also protect some of my cities from some particularly nasty enchantments if anyone gets a global enchantment up. Plus, right now the cost of me doing that is low, and I already pretty much have the summons that I need to take out, almost said Zarya, I meant Elsweyr, getting all my cats confused. I think the army that I've got bearing down on this location is probably sufficient for what I want to do. I've got like almost, I have 1, 2, 3, basically 4 between those, plus 3 here. I have like 7 stacks going after Zarya with a lot of tier 4s mixed in. And I don't really have anywhere in particular that I feel I need to summon units right now. So I'm going to probably go ahead and do that. Just start dropping magic shields, probably first on my core cities, even though the computers can't necessarily see all of those. I would like to have them protected from global enchantments and stuff. I think magic shield can actually, if I'm not wrong, I think it can defend against Age of Deception. Now, I don't anticipate Age of Deception will be a problem, and I'm also not 100% sure if that's correct, if it will actually help. Age of Deception, because it's a global spell, might have different mechanics than spells that specifically target a specific city. So if any of you know in the comments, let me know. But I think I am going to go ahead and throw that down, at the very least, probably on my capital, and maybe on, I might put it on some border cities, because the computers are probably going to see this first. I think this halfling one here would be a good one to put it on, so I think I'll do that. Maybe at the end of this turn, though. I just have to be careful because I don't want to have a critical magic disjunction again. But it doesn't look like these armies are going to run into anybody that they're going to have to fight, at least on this turn, unless I use the haste berries to get to something. Basically, I just need to make sure my leader doesn't cast any spells that get disjuncted, critical disjuncted again. So yes, that was insert username Sarah Feingold and Impregnable, who reminded me about the Warlord and the Ziggurat. From, let's see, the next one that I think I want to go through before the end of the turn was talking a little bit about my items. So this comes from Arch, kind of a combination of comments from, let's see, we've got Arch Redbeard, we got Valerian Division, and insert username. I think maybe Impregnable was talking about this too. Basically, I have 3 items in my inventory, in my druids, well, 3 good head items that I need to sort out. Also, Impregnable mentioned this guy's, that can be sold. There's no reason for that to be in his inventory. So I've got a number of headgear items that need to be shuffled around. So the first thing that I want to do is my main leader here, Artica, has this wizard hat that's giving night vision, phase, dispel magic, throw curse, 2 resistance into your vision range. A pretty good item, but I can do better for her because she already has... Artica actually could benefit probably because she's got the vision upgrade and a flying mount. I would rather, I think, give her the 3 vision range item that the druid has and send... Let's see, there we go. Yeah, that item that the druid has, and then probably send her... I want to send Artica's wizard hat to the warlord who doesn't have things like dispel magic and curse. I think that could be pretty handy for his group. The others that I have, Zari and the Necro and Iggy here, they all already have night vision, so part of the wizard helmet is wasted on them, but the elf does not have night vision. So I think that's what I'm going to do, and I can actually get, because of the way my armies are positioned here, I can actually get the Crown of True Sight, that Ice Crown or whatever it is, I can actually get that to my leader on this turn. In fact, if I just move that Archangel forward by 1 and drop the Druid down in here real quick, I can just drop this item on the ground. And now what I'm going to end up doing with the Druid is she's got this Sirens, or Mystical Crown on the Mermaid Queen that gives the minor bard skills. I'm going to give that to the Druid, which will also conveniently give the Druid True Sight, which they don't have. And then that item, also with the minor bard skills, will pair well with the Shadow Stalker that I'm planning on putting with our army. With minor bard skills and Touched by Faith, I can do something similar to the Druid with that Shadow Stalker as what I'm doing with Zarya and the Chthonic Guardian. So I'm going to move that item there, and we'll switch it out when it arrives. In the meantime, Artica can take this, swap it for the Wizard hat, and then I can mail this to the Warlord. It's going to take a while to get down there, but as you can see, now Artica can see even further. I think this might be the maximum possible vision range you can get on a unit without modding the game. That is an absurd vision range. Absolutely insane. I want to count this out. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tiles. That's as much as the borders of a maxed out city. So yeah, that's pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the Druid back now and move Artica's army up a little bit more. And there is this lost city that I think I would kind of like to maybe use those haste berries to explore. I don't really have much else of a use for those haste berries because I'm not going to send one army up ahead by themselves. So I'll be waiting for some of these guys to catch up anyway. I may as well, let's see, they're actually going to move faster along the river if that's the direction I want to go with them. So yeah, I think Artica's army can kind of go off on their own. The one thing that's sort of slowing them down a little bit is that Phantasm Warrior. He's kind of slowing down the group here. Question is, what do I want to replace him with? Maybe I do want to summon another unit with them. Maybe drop another Archangel into the mix. Who's got... Because, yeah, she used to have the Giants, but I'm kind of switching that army to floaters and flyers. The Griffin also isn't like maybe the best unit to have around. I've got another Eldritch Horror. They were with the Druid. I want to keep the Snake with the Druid. Maybe the Druid and the Giants can kind of go together for the time being. I think I'm going to move these two up with Artica's army. And I'll probably leave the Griffin and that guy back and just put all the really good units stacked on top of each other here. We'll grab the haste berries with them. We can also see everything that's in here now. A couple Shadow Stalkers, I count 3 of them. No heroes because I kind of murdered all of them. We can send, I think the rest of these armies, they'll be fine if we sort of send them directly ahead, because this group should be fast enough to catch up. The Earth Elemental is kind of slowing everybody in this army down. That's too bad. But I guess he's not that much slower than the Eldritch Horrors, so it kind of works out. Anyway, I think Artica's army can have a little party in the Lost City. We can clear this. A couple Gluttons in there. It's probable victory, but I'll do this one in manual, just to be on the safe side. We don't want to mess around and take the chance of Artica getting eaten, because that would really pretty much ruin all of my plans. Alright, bring it on, guys. Artica has a Frost Breath item on the way, but unfortunately does not have that yet. That would be pretty handy in a place like this. I'm going to hit everything with these Eldritch Horrors. I can probably do it from a couple different angles. So I could hit 3 of them like this, although they've all got, I think, well, this guy in front has regrowth. I don't think these guys do. I think I could... Let's see, I want to make sure Artica's safe here, which probably means I should back off. Alright, I can do this. They can kind of crisscross over each other. Artica can turn around, and I'll cast Thunderstorm, which also makes it easier to see. I can then move... I think I'll move this guy here, and I believe I can zap... Yeah. There we go. And that Thunderstorm makes it do even more damage, which is great. And then I think I might just move up and kill both Feathered Serpents. Because this guy won't be able to... Well, actually, that guy... He's not going to be able to do much. I don't know. I sort of want to kill him. But I think I could... I think taking out the Feathered Serpent... Well, no, they'll just heal. They'll just spend their turn healing. So yeah, I'll go ahead and take this guy out with the Archangel. And I'll take that other one out with this Archangel. And then this guy can just sort of move up in the center there. It should be fine. This thing could flank her once, but nothing else is going to be able to hit Artica. This should be okay. Yeah, he'll just sit there and heal. That is a lot of poison damage. And Archangel almost died. They do have regrowth, so it's not the end of the world. Although I wasn't actually thinking about this guy, admittedly. I'm glad he was on defense. Poison damage will really hurt him. Let's see, I can't dominate Gluttons, although I can True Resurrect them if I choose to do so. In a battle like this, it might be worth it just because Artica's in the battle, so it's going to be a really cheap True Resurrect cost, and having a Glutton wouldn't be bad. You know, I think I might do that. Because this army, like I was just talking about how they could maybe use some tier 4s up here. Gluttons might be a nice addition to the party. Alright, you can take care of yourself because you have Resurgence. Although I think actually I might back everyone up. I've knocked out 2 of their units. They just used their gas breath. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to back everybody up and kind of heal, because those guys don't have any more gas breath for a bit. And I can have Artica sort of help with the healing. This guy's got regrowth, so he'll be okay. He'll heal himself. but the angels are pretty beat up. So yeah, we'll back up, heal, and sort of wait for them to run in at me, and then take advantage of that. You heal yourself, you heal yourself, you heal that one, and everyone else can sit on defense. We can end the turn there. Taunts, I see. Alright. Okay, this guy has left himself vulnerable to a flank from my Archangel, which I am absolutely going to do. Does Artica... No, she does not have the Nourishing Meal item yet. Alright, I think what I'm going to do... We'll just risk the Angel, because the Angel can come back. Okay, the Angel got a stun. That works out quite nicely. Now I think I can kill and then true resurrect that glutton with Artica. Feathered Serpent should... Well, it's kind of a 50-50 as to whether that dies. When did they get their gas breath back? I think next turn. It's gonna suck when it does come back. I think I'll send the Eldritch Horror out there to at least get in the way of one of them. Possibly both of them. He does have a ton of health. You know what? Yeah, I'm just going to stick you right there on defense and make both of them... They might swallow him whole, but I think the odds of that happening should be pretty low. That's one of the biggest units in the game. Sort of a tank. Like a juggernaut. If they can eat a juggernaut, then that'd just be terrifying. Alright, so... I think I'll have him go after the glutton. I think he's more likely to kill the glutton. So Artica can then true resurrect. Should be safe to do from there because I am going to kill that feathered serpent. So yeah, let's go ahead and make some use of true resurrect here. Only 13. 13 mana for a glutton? I'll pay for that. Let's see, he could go after Feathered Serpent, but I don't think I'm going to need him to, because I can flank the Feathered Serpent with this guy. There we go. Okay, looks good, I think. I might pick up another one of those. Ow. And there goes one of the Archangels. But that's okay. They have resurgence. He'll come back. Let's try to kill another one of these guys. Maybe this one right here, because I can fly behind and flank it. Actually, this one might have more flanking opportunities, depending. Not really. Yeah, I'll just go for this one because it's kind of surrounded. I just barely can't flank it 3 times, I don't think, regardless of what I do. Alright, I'm gonna go have you just crap out of it. Okay, I panicked it. That also works. It'll die on its next turn. Oh, wait, did I panic? Yeah, I panicked it, okay. It'll die on its next turn, which means I can start working on this one. Should I want the Earth Elemental to go up there and deal with that? Or do I want the other Glutton? You know what, I'll just have the other Glutton do it. Just to use up an action point. The Earth Elemental can come around behind here and take another turn to heal. And I think I'm gonna just... Yeah, I'm just gonna kill that Glutton now, so that Artica can use True Resurrect on that one too. Then I'm gonna have 2 Gluttons over here. Make sure I get the right thing. There we go. Okay. Defend there. Have you defend. Have you defend. And you. Okay. Obviously, I can't get this last one because he's going to die in the process of me killing him. I could true resurrect the angel just to get it back at full health, but I don't really think I need to. That one, though, I am going to have heal itself. Let's see, I may as well have you try to petrify. Didn't work, but that's okay. Did I just eat? The sound effects. I'm pretty sure my glutton just ate the other glutton. Delicious. Okay, what do we get? We got a... Ooh. Well, I'm gonna take this money anyway. Arch Redbeard was talking about this in the comments, was like, especially on these harder difficulties where the, on the harder difficulties... Oh, hey, there's a Frost Breath item now for my leader. On harder difficulties where the rewards from dungeons are better, like, that's why it's got either 500 gold or 329 gold in 2 really good items, which I could sell for a total of more than 329 gold. So there's no reason to not take this reward. I absolutely will take that. Let's get that fire protection on there. This gives defender, 3 defense and shield. And that gives fire protection, 1 defense and shield. The fire protection is still almost more useful on her. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that shield. I'm kind of thinking I sort of want to send it to Zarya. But Zarya's already got a really good Frost Aura shield. Maybe I'll give it to the Necro. I mean, his shield's kind of garbage. And he's already got fire protection. The other thing is possibly giving it to the Druid, because I might end up turning her into more of a melee fighter with regrowth. I don't really know who to send that to. That's a good shield, though. And then this is Frost Breath that's just I get now instead of later. So I'll just throw that in there. Oh, man. I don't know who to give that to. I sort of want her to keep her fire resistance up for now. It's at 20% with a 60% boost. So it's covering for one of my sorcerer's biggest weaknesses. So I want to keep that fire shield on her. He's going to end up with that obsidian armor, I think. Or no, I was sending that to the druid. Again, because I was... He's going to have tireless. So defenders would be good on him. I kind of think that just at least temporarily, I'm going to give this item, this shield, to the druid. But I might end up sending it to the warlord. Well, no, the warlord's already got a really good shield with Frost Aura on it. So I don't think I want to do that. It's really either the Necro or the druid, I think. And if I turn the druid into a melee fighter, then I think it would be better off on the druid. The Necro's just getting the crappy leftovers. He's really kind of getting left out here of the A-team. But yeah, I was sending this obsidian armor to the Black Knight to the druid, so I think I will probably... Plus, I could replace those boots with something that gives her tireless, put it the defender. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to start the process of turning her into a melee fighter. That seems like a fun idea. With regrowth, that could be very powerful. So yeah, I'll keep that in Artika's inventory just for the moment. Those gluttons will not be able to move. They have regrowth though, so they'll get all their health back between now and the next turn. I'm pretty sure they do. Don't they have regrowth? They're Naga. Or do they get that at like a later level? They get regeneration, not regrowth. Okay, I had that mixed up with some of the other units. Okay. Yep, so we'll still have to keep them healed. But hey, we've got a couple tier 4s in the area. I'm not going to complain about that. Alright, then I need to send everybody back. And they're kind of going to be off by themselves a little bit here, but I'm not really worried about it. I can more or less block off the way for any other armies to get to them. Plus, this army is more than powerful enough to handle things on their own if they need to, so I'm going to send them back this way as far as they can. Nothing's going to really sneak up on me here. And... I don't think any of those troops can make it to me. They can't even really get close, except for maybe a few succubi, and they're welcome to come pick a fight with me if they really want to. Alright, somewhere in here I've got a Shadow Stalker. I want him with the Druid's army. So, and I know I want the Snake with the Druid. So we're going to start reforming their army, which is going to include you guys. We need to make sure everybody else can keep up. I may as well throw a bear and, I don't know, maybe the Nightshade Fairy in there. More animals with the Druid would theoretically be good. I'd also give her the Giants. You know what? I definitely am going to give the Druid the Giants. She should be leading the Giants. So I'll do this, and move both Giants up to right here. And then we'll throw in a Shadow Stalker and a bear, I think. Probably the bear that's a little more damaged so it can get some healing. And the Shadow Stalker right there. Perfect. Not a bad army for the Druid to be running around with. Then, as for Iggy, who I kind of forgot was involved in all this mess, who do I want to add to his army? I'm thinking maybe the Nightshade Fairy would be a nice balanced addition. He's already got some heavy hitters in there, so yeah, having another support unit could be good. And then we'll move him up to maybe, I don't know, like there or there. The further I can get, probably the better, so go as far as I can. Plus, I've got all these other reinforcements headed in too. Yeah, they can go here. Be hanging out on the water, but that's fine. I've also got a Sphinx who's going to be slow, but I am going to bring him along. Or floaty units that can get all the way up to either there or there. We're going to end in a triangle here, so I think what I'm going to do is put Iggy here, right front and center. The bears, the ogre, all that stuff right here. Throw the Phantasm Warrior in there. We'll throw maybe a Lesser Frost Elemental, which could use some XP because I would like to evolve that. All the rest of those units are on the water. I can leave kind of those guys next to them, so if something jumps out and attacks the units on the water, they've got some backup. And then these guys are more or less just extras that can hang out here. Same thing with these ones. Actually, these I'll probably just have sit here. Alright, that's kind of a mess, just converging, but it's a glorious mess, and one that will resolve one of my biggest problems in the game. From this point, I don't see the reason to take any other detours. I think it's just a straight line to their capital, so we're just going to come crashing right through this whole area. Unfortunately, the mountains and the wetlands are going to slow me down a bit. It's possible it might be faster for this group to go around rather than straight through, but we'll see. We'll kind of see what they do with their defenses in that city. As for this little guy, well, actually, I want to take the Raven and see if I can... Oh yeah, I was going to grab this watchtower. Those guys will probably come take it back, but at least now I know there's a couple more succubus up there, which means I can be careful with this eagle. Oh, there's a little path behind there. I'm going to leave the eagle kind of on the mountains here. Should be hard for anything to get to it if it's there. Yeah, I think that's a good spot for him to end his turn. And the Raven I will pull back off. I think I just want the Raven in this area to scout things out. While preferably making sure it's far enough away from any flying units to get picked off. I believe one of the only couple tiles that is safe is actually, there really isn't one. Yeah, he's not really going to be safe unless he goes here, so that's where I'm going to put him. Alright, items arrived. A beetle that I believe is going to be sold unless I give it to... Oh, wait, no, I was going to keep that with her because she might need it to tunnel. So, yeah, we'll keep that with her for now. The Lifesteal Sword, between the Lifesteal Sword and the War Axe of Fangr, I think those with the with Zarya's army are going. I think I'm going to maybe swap back and forth between those. So it might depend on whether I'm fighting undead. For this next upcoming battle, I think life drain will be handier, so I'm going to give that to Zarya for now, because we're going to be fighting some living things. There was feedback from, and you know what, I apologize, there's a lot of comments, there's several comments I actually didn't even get to that I wanted to keep going with. I just got distracted. I wanted to talk about Zarya's army a little bit, because I had some good feedback from you guys on that. I think it was... I can't remember the name, and now I'm beginning to think that I didn't mark it down. It might have been actually Impregnable. There's a lot of comments from Impregnable. Yeah, you know what? I apologize. I'll come through this eventually and give credit where it's due. I know I wrote it down somewhere, but basically, I received some advice to basically drop the snake from Zarya's army and replace the snake with the Chthonic Guardian, because that would allow her to cross lava. That whole army could cross lava if I do that, which I think is an absolutely wonderful idea, and I'm going to do that. But before I do that, there are some other things I want to do with Zarya's army. There's this wizard tower up here that I'm going to go ahead and clear, and I can hop across the river and get this while also picking up the Chthonic Guardian at the same time, because the Chthonic Guardian can't go any further than this anyway, so I can sort of make up for the lost time there by doing this with Zarya, by sending them over here. I can then move the Chthonic Guardian here, use it to attack this so it can shortcut just a bit. We'll have a very likely victory. I'll do this one in manual combat because I can then make sure this guy gets the healing that he needs, as well as Touched by Faith, because he is a little cranky. So we're gonna fly over here, give him Touched by Faith, which is something he's going to get just about every time. And just like that, he's up to neutral morale. It's only minus 100, but it's pretty basically neutral. I can then give him all the healing he needs. Bring that snake down, who is going to hang out with the necromancer in the long run. I did have some people pointing out that the Archangels in that's army, the Resurgent, is redundant with Zarya's Divine Justicars, and that's fine. For now, I'm okay with that. I'm eventually probably going to replace one or probably more likely both of them with dragons. I want one Spirit Dragon for this group because that's going to further buff the Chthonic Guardian's morale. So I'm going to want more dragons. And I think I'm going to want really all three different types. So I'm probably going to upgrade my dragon cities quite a bit, dump a lot of gold into them. Which reminds me there's something else I need to do that Impregnable was talking to me about. But for now, I'll move this guy over here and give him some more health. So he's at roughly full health now, got Defensive Strike ready to go. Could probably take on the better part of this army by himself if it weren't for the fact that he doesn't get tireless. I also could give him Bestow Iron Heart and make him even better. In fact, you know what? I am going to do that. I'm just going to do that and send him right up there, put him on defense. Actually, he's got that Rallying Cry. I probably should be using that. Why am I not using that? That's an amazing ability. I just need to gather everyone around him, and I can't. I need to get in the habit of using that ability all the time. It's a really good one. But unfortunately, I moved him up a little prematurely. He's not even technically in Zarya's army yet, and I've already gotten his morale up to 300, so yeah, this is going to work out well. I really like these guys. The Chthonic Guardians, in terms of raw stats, I would make an argument that they are my favorite unit in the game, but they do not possess one of my favorite abilities, which is Tireless. If they had Tireless, they would be hands down my favorite, but I also think they'd be a little overpowered. Okay, how much range does that? 4 hexes. Oh, I actually could have done that on the last turn with him. gives the angels vigilant. Oh, vigilant for the rest of the turn. Which means... Oh, wait, hang on. Doesn't that mean it's like Zarya? Yeah. So they can go in and attack something and then go on defense. Man, that's good. Alright, you're immune to shock, so stand right there and I'll just blast that right through you. Zarya's vigilant anyway, so it's redundant on her, but I'll still take the inspired bonus. Yep, they'll just go right on defense. That's freaking awesome. Zarya actually is a great warrior in her own right now, so I'm gonna just stick her up there and fish for some XP. My angels can go down here, and let's see, I could... See, the thing is, I can hit that Forge Priest and go right back on defense with them now. This is absurdly powerful. Double back-to-back crits and stuns. Oh, that's what I like to see. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Let's see. Can I heal anything? Anything need healed? Let's see. Oh, yeah, these guys have defensive strike too. That's always fun. I do have a couple units that can use healing, but it's not like a lot. I think I'd rather have Zarya just get that kill there on the firstborn. Let's see, they stunned themselves on their turn, so I'm gonna need to finish them off. Nice crit, but it wasn't quite enough. She's out of action points. I'm just gonna kill that firstborn. The shock serpent's a little stuck. I believe that's everyone. Okay. I panicked him, but he's dead, so it doesn't really matter. Let's get some more healing. Actually, I probably should have used Nourishing Meal there. Wait, you know what? Archangel's the first strike, and they're pressuring that guy, so I can just wait another turn, because they can't move. And then I can use Nourishing Meal, which I'll go ahead and use on the Chthonic Guardian, I guess, since these guys can heal themselves. And this one could heal the snake. If I can get it to the snake. Actually a bit, you know what? Actually, it doesn't matter. Take the attack, and heal the snake anyway. Then you can zap him a bit, and then I'll just use the Eldritch Horror to go around the other side and finish it off. Nice, levels for everybody. Healing for the Chthonic Guardian. We got Jack's Gift, and is that worth 30 gold? Sure, I think it is. Sorry, he's going to move over that in a second, so... Go. How's your morale doing now, bud? Still a little grumpy, but we can work around that. Jack's Gift, is this any good? How much does it sell for? Oh, it's only 20 gold. I probably should have just sold it. Well, does anyone not have a necklace item? I was thinking somebody might not. The druid's got... Wait, actually the druid doesn't have one. Yeah, she's missing one. So is my leader. You know, I'll send that out their way. Especially if I'm going to give the druid regrowth, Jack's Gift is technically better on them for that reason. So yeah, we'll send that out to the druid. A lot of items getting shuffled around right now, but I think that's a good call for the druid. In fact, I'll go ahead and flip over to her and find Jack's gift and just put it in that slot now. That pairs well with regrowth since it's a 20% percentage, so it's an extra 2 health restored per turn, basically. Okay, we can leave Zarya like that. The snake is going to stay here. Everybody else can go up to the wizard tower. We'll clear this, and then this army is ready to kind of go on their own little rampage. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do this now. Very likely victory. This will be a walk in the park, I think. I just have to remember... Well, no, actually everybody in this group has resurgence, so as long as Zarya stays alive, everyone keeps coming back. Alright, well, I will go ahead and wait a turn, because they're charging me, and I want to cast that inspiration right before Vigilant could be really handy. So the first thing that I want to do is back up anyway, so that I can give this guy that Touched by Faith buff. Here we go. And then he can self-inspire himself. Now go ahead with your little lasers. Maybe bunching everybody up for that Eldritch Horror wasn't like the best idea in the world. Okay. Vigilant for everyone and inspired. Alright, cool. I will use that. Actually, I'm going to... How's Zarya's shock resistance? She doesn't really have any. I gotta be careful with stuns. I don't want her getting stunned. That would be messy. I think I might be able to use this fairy to get rid of that. Yeah, okay, that helps. I want the Eldritch Horror, which I always think they have shock protection, but they don't. Nobody in this army does, so electricity is something they have to kind of watch out for. Well, the Archangels... I'm just going to move them up anyway. They've all got Vigilant, so I kind of want to make use of that on this turn. Okay, they stunned 2 of mine. What else do they have back there? How many action points? The main thing is I don't want Zarya to get stunned. I think I'm just going to have Zarya stay back and heal, because they're low on action points. The only thing that could get to her is the Chthonic Guardian, but Zarya's got Vigilant, so she'll go back on defense after healing. So she'll be okay. After my other Archangel. And I can use you to stab him twice in the back. Get a level for him too. Cool. Let's see, the fairy. Whittle down that snake because he's kind of a little bit of a problem. Can stun that Chthonic Guardian. And I want to get rid of the snake. Also really want to get rid of this guy. And I also really want to heal my Archangel. I want to do a lot of different things here. The thing is, I think the snake will probably stun that Shock Serpent again. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm thinking about having Zarya whittle down the Shock Serpent a bit with a range attack. There we go. Then I can kill it in one hit instead of multiple. That worked. These guys won't... Okay, they can't do hardly anything to the Angel, so I'll be fine. fire damage. Paltry amount of fire damage is not going to be enough to hurt that angel. So we can heal up now. In fact, I think I'm going to put a lot of healing into that angel. Well, that or my Eldritch Horror. I think both, actually. Nice, good kill fairies. That's I actually really like having them in this group. They're a good ranged attacker. Let's see, I can also then send him out here, make use of that defensive strike. And then finish them off. Not sure what these guys are doing, just chilling back here, but I hope they're having fun. Alright, what can Zarya do? Zarya can heal. I think I'll use it on the Eldritch Horror. Actually, I'll use... You having fun flapping around there? Okay. I haven't saved it in a while, so I hope this doesn't goof up anything. I don't want the battle to get stuck again. I need to do a quick save after this fight. Everybody else has used up as much healing as they can, so I'm going to have this angel go out here. Finish that guy off. Alright. And with that, another wizard tower is cleared, and I get recommend... Wait, hang on. Is resurrects a random friendly unit each combat round? That's like... Oh my gosh. That's another really good resurrection spell. Each combat round? That's absurd. This would be really good in any big major battles. Plus a really good cape. A lot of fire protection, resurgence, regeneration. That could actually... Ooh, that's going straight to my leader. Oh, so many good items here. Okay, before I forget, I'm going to quick save. Because I haven't done that this entire episode. I do not want to lose this progress. But this was a great find. I don't even think my leader has... Yeah, she doesn't even have a chest item. That is fantastic for her. That would also allow her to make use of that shield if I wanted to, or at least a different shield. So yeah, where's Zarya? Send that straight to Arctica. No questions asked. Because also giving her resurgence really makes things a lot safer in terms of like me not losing my hero and not being able to cast spells for 3 turns, which is really extra bad for a sorcerer. See, that's a mythical usable item. That needs to go there. That needs to go there. Holy crap. Okay, that's amazing. It's just going to take forever for these items to all show up, but I mean, when they do, it's going to be great. Probably should have moved my Theocrat a bit more before sending that. I might have been able to send to shave a turn off the time, because the Theocrat's going to go... Well, I guess it's only one space. It's unlikely that would have made a difference. Alright, go back this way. And then from this point onward, you guys are on your own. This is now a fully independent army. Like I said, I'll eventually probably replace at least one of the Archangels, if not both of them, with dragons. But otherwise, that army's pretty much done. Maybe I'll replace the Nightshade Fairy. Actually, I wouldn't mind having a Fire, Frost, and Spirit Dragon mixed into here. Might do something like that. Alright. I'm kind of bouncing back and forth between gameplay and the comments here, but there were some other things I wanted to talk about. Simon Sishalarm had a comment that I thought was pretty good. Can ask vassals for tribute, especially if I might lose them anyway. I don't think this is going to affect most of my vassal cities, but I do think this one up here, I think it's perfectly reasonable for me to demand tribute from them. It will make them... Well, it depends on how much I can get. 202 gold. Okay, so trade income's 42. That would actually make the trade income drop, so it may not be worth it because it's going to drop it for 10 turns. But basically, if a vassal city is in danger of being captured, there's no reason not to demand tribute from them. I think it's what Simon Shishalarm was going was saying. So like that dwarf vassal that I lost over here. Wait, where was it? I don't know. I had a dwarf vassal somewhere that I lost. Maybe it was this one? Yeah, it was that one up there. I lost them, but these guys actually aren't far from that. If I notice enemy units showing up in this area, I should probably go ahead and just demand tribute and get a little money out of them. I think that was good feedback and something I'll try to remember to do going forward. From Impregnable, glyphs of warding no longer needed on Kahal and won't be needed on the Merfolk city soon. Also reminded me to take the Phantasm Warrior that was here and send him out to the water, because he is going to need to go walk over these structures where these units have been sitting once they're dead and pick up the treasure rewards. Those are some nice structures, both of them as raging maelstroms. So unexplored treasure sites that should have some nice fancy stuff in them. Alright, so we'll take care of that. Anyway, I can get rid of Glyphs of Warding here. That's no longer needed. So we'll end that spell. And we won't need it out here soon, but I need it for at least a few more turns to finish those guys off. Also, a reminder that I turned away Firstborns before clearing the bandit camp. I can't remember if I did that intentionally or not, because I am building more Firstborns in Toldrin here. No, wait, not Toldrin. Where am I building these guys at? Torlodin. Okay, so we got at Torlodin and Toldrin. That's not confusing at all. One's orcs, I think, and one's dwarves. Basically, these guys have gone off on their merry way, which I'm going to keep them going. I'm not going to turn them around. There's a lot of stuff that I would like them to take care of. I think there was actually a lot of... Yeah, there's a lot of these treasure sites back there that I think I want them to deal with. Anyway, for now I'm going to send them there. They've got their own stuff to do. These guys here, I'm going to keep building Firstborns in this area, and I'll send them up to deal with that bandit camp. I'm actually going to pile them together for now. Just right there, so that if anything does come, it gets a nice warm welcome. Quite literally, very, very warm. And then once they build up, I can go out there, clear that, and then maybe just run straight west with them underground and try to harass some stuff. A full army of dwarf firstborns running around underground would be fun. I got a life drain sword on her. She's got her tireless boots too, so Zarya basically is a tank now, although I still would feel better if I upgraded her health a bit. As a matter of fact, you know what? I probably should have just given her Jack's gift, left that with her. That's okay, I'll find some other... No, it's still going to be good on the druid with regrowth. I just need to bump up her max health a bit, I think. Yeah. So we'll leave her the way she is for now. Oh good, a tribute. I don't really... I guess I'll take the small army. Oh cool, one dead pirate guy. Well, I guess that's better than nothing. He can actually... Well, he can stand out here now, and I guess the Phantasm Warrior can go do something else. We'll just have him chill out right there. Alright, race governance level up. Got one for the orcs. Black Knights gain +1 melee damage and the Guardbreaker ability, and orc cities with siege workshops get 20 production. I probably want to opt for the 20 production. I don't see myself making a lot of Black Knights, especially since I have sort of some plans in the works for Human Knights, which are just better. Yeah, I think I'll take the production. I don't think I'll make Black Knights in this game. I don't know if that'll actually benefit any of my cities. Wait, hang on. Actually, is it orc cities with siege workshops? Is that the stipulation on that? I think that's what it said. Yep, siege workshops. I tend to build those anyway, so yeah, that's fine. That works for me. I'm gonna save it again. Okay. Anglemore can discuss joint offer. I believe that is something I can do now, except there are these animals up here threatening it. And unless I can get rid of them... Actually, I think I can get rid of them. I'm going to have that knight in the... I'm going to have these two chase them down. This shouldn't be too hard. Oh, the snake's just... Oh, wait, the snake can get in on this. Okay, we'll just do that. Then I could probably auto this. Oh, the knight almost got himself killed. Okay, now that that's gone, then yes, I think we can finally bring this Tigran city into the fold. Go ahead and join my empire. And get started with those upgrades. Beginning with the storehouse, I think. And then the builder's hall. And we'll kind of go from there. Just get those two done first, I suppose. Okay, the Necros army's got a tomb to clear, and then a whole bunch of Tigrans up here. I'm going to... Let's think about who one needs to go in here. Preferably... Probably all the guys that are like evangelists that can actually do damage to the undead while still being undead and not having to worry about the Reapers. Speaking of which, I should check and see what's in there. There is one Dread Reaper, and I want to abort that attack. And the main thing is I need to protect the Necromancer from the Dread Reaper. He does not have... He's got... Well, no, he does have 80% spirit protection, so he's extremely unlikely to be invoked unto death, but not guaranteed. And then for the rest, you know what? Throw that guy in there because he's really good and he's got stun. And throw this guy in here because he desperately needs healing, I guess? Or maybe I should just take the one that... You know what? I'll bring this guy in. Oh, wait, no. I probably want the undead one because then the Dread Reaper can't try to kill him. The Dread Reaper could go after the Node Serpent, so I need to mind those two. I need to be careful there. Probable victory. Let's do this manual combat. Now, it was pointed out to me that I am failing to remember to use the Necro spells in combat. And oddly enough, I'm now remembering it, but this is a battle where most of spells won't do him any good. It was pointed out to me from, and I think this was Impregnable. No, it was not. This came from... Where is that? Man, I did a really bad job with the comments this week, guys. I'm sorry. It was someone had said Siphon Life would be a good choice for him since I'm having trouble keeping... Oh, it was Impregnable. I'm sorry, yeah. Siphon Life would be good for this guy because he is having kind of some trouble keeping his undead units in one piece. I am inclined to agree. There's just a lot of things on the plate for this guy right now. Alright, we'll wait a turn here. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and use Touched by Faith. And... You know what? Actually, yeah, the two that need Touched by Faith the most are going to be the two that are vulnerable to the Dread Reaper's Invoke Death. That just makes sense. So still, they're technically... especially this guy is almost guaranteed to not be invoked to death, but I guess if worse comes to worse, I can always true resurrect someone if that does happen. I would just rather not use the casting points on it if it can be avoided. Let's see, I'm probably going to have him go Doomgaze the Dread Reaper. And get the party started. We'll move up all the dead guys. And you know what? I will move him up and leave him on defense just to give the Reaper someone to burn that on. But with 80% spirit protection and 17 resistance, this should be no reasonable chance. It's got to be like in the less than... It's got to be like 3% or something like that. Should be absurdly small. That's something... Oh wait, are you just gonna sit there? Alright, well, I mean, we can do it that way if you want. Just patch up all the damage he just did. Yep, Invoke Death resisted. And now I don't have to worry about it. I believe that's a once per battle ability. Nope, it is on a cooldown, but it's a long cooldown. Alright, well, I could just have him go start beating the crap out of a Dread Reaper with his bare hands. That's gonna hurt, though. Goodbye, bird. Let's see, I kind of need this guy to get in on the mix here, so let's phase you here. Or maybe here. What is behind him? It's the reanimator back there? Okay. I think putting him there on defense is probably good enough. These guys are in an annoying spot. I need to get the evangelist through there. I also kind of need to get my necromancer through there. Does the necromancer have greater reanimate undead? Okay, he's got that at least, so being aggressive with these guys shouldn't be a problem. Oh, they killed? No, they didn't kill it. He's not quite dead yet. I'm just gonna let you take that attack opportunity because you guys will do better there. There we go. And actually, you just heal. And you can, I guess, reanimate this thing and just get me some free, just get me a free unit there to go harass things with. There's really just no good camera angle for these dang tomb fights. Alright, that Dread Reaper is just about dead. I think I'm going to use... I think I'm going to put this guy on defense and then use somebody out to kill it with a range attack. Probably this guy. Yeah, I'll do that. Defense for you. He is turned around from this guy's perspective, so he can just move away. Go kill that. And you can just... Well, actually there's a couple things I can do to make sure this works out in my favor. For one thing, I can move these guys up. And, oh wait, those are my cadavers. Never mind. Can you eat this guy? Yep. There you go. And I think you should be able to get a flank on him from there. Yep. Alright. You can come off defense now. I'll send my Necro after this last one here. I do have greater reanimate undead, so I could pick up that Deathbringer. I may do that before this round ends. I hate tomb battles. My gosh, it's so hard to see. Why did he take so much? Oh, his max health is severely nerfed because of the Invoked Death's side effect. Oof. Well, nah, that could have been ugly. Fortunately, I got plenty of guys with healing. And it's going to heal him to full with one charge. Because he only has 20 max health now. I'm going to go ahead and greater reanimate something. Like, probably the death... I could do the Deathbringer or the you know what? The Reanimator. I want the Reanimator. It's a goblin, too. He'll do well underground. I should probably be grabbing all the reanimators I can. I can't get this last one because the battle's going to end when I kill him. But yeah, the more reanimators I can get, the better. Okay, we'll close that, and this is probably one to sell. Yeah, well, no, I actually really like the Sun Spear. It's one of those items that there's almost no reason not to have it, because it's basically just a free attack. So I will take that. Yeah, we'll just give it to this guy because he doesn't really have a lot else going on for him right now. So yeah, he can have that, and let's see. I really want that Well, those two can just hang out on their own for now, I guess. I need all these guys to come back up because there's more stuff to get rid of up here. Also, I need them to come down so I can sort of sort out these armies. Well, these guys can handle this on their own for now, and I can sort things out later. A lot of undead in my stacks, though, so be mindful of the fact that this army could dish out a lot of fire damage. They are just bull rushing that necro side of the field. Which is okay, I guess. Let's see, I need to do something about the guys with the spears. This is a fight that I can use stiffened limbs in, and I think I will. Because there's no reason not to, and I need to remember to do this. Especially with Age of Magic active, there's practically no reason not to. I'll give it to the Chagrin Prowler, and then I'm going to focus this guy on dealing with them. Yeah, I want those Sun Guards out of the picture. Why don't you give Touch My Faith to... Oh wait, you can't because he's undead. Okay. He'll still come in and use martial arts on something, and that's fine. Alright, I'm sure I've left some angle where you can fry multiple things. You enjoy it, whatever it is. Yep, that would be one. Oh, well, there goes that wisp. It's okay. That was not the most important unit in the group. Get out there and flank him. Well, it doesn't really matter, I guess, if he gets killing momentum back on this turn or not. Okay, cool, he crit anyway. Hey, stop picking on my guys. Also, there we go. I'm just going to let the spider finish them off. In the meantime, have faith, I guess. Put you guys right there on defense and just get in his way. And this one, I'm going to charge. Kill that cheetah and then back him up. Oh, the Node Serpent's got full movement. Well, we're going to use that to deal with this guy then. I guess I may as well touch by faith on somebody. Probably the Necro, I guess. Oh no. Okay. This should be pretty easy to finish off. Zap him. And let's see here. What else can I do? For extra XP, I can resurrect that. These guys can... That's an enemy Chagrin Prowler, so... Oh yeah, I was going to let the spider eat them. And yep, the last one is just pretty straightforward. Just go get rid of her. Alright, easily disposed of those Tigrans. And close that and most likely sell whatever I get. Yep, those items are pretty much worthless. But it is money. And money I will take. Alright, and then I gotta figure out my Necromancer's army. Now that I've got a Reanimator and an adjacent group, I could throw some undead with them. I kind of want the Necromancer's army to still have the snake in it. And probably the Ice Queen and maybe the Knight and then maybe 2 undead. I'm not sure I'm going to divide all that up yet. But for now, we're just going to get him back with the group that needs healing. The thing is, I don't know for sure where I want them to go is part of the problem. It looks like this way here probably goes to a dead end, so I think for now I want them to go west. Yeah, I do. I definitely do want them to go west. The snake can catch up crossing the river. They can go through the town here. They've also got these extra bears and some more undead. They really need to pick up more reanimators as they go. You know what? I'm going to disband this cadaver. That way, this guy's health goes into healing himself and not maintaining a cadaver. Alright, we got more longbows. I think I'm going to change where this city's rally point is, if I haven't already. Yep. We're going to have them rally up here. Maybe like that tile right there. Because I think that's more likely where, if I get attacked by the Necro, where the Necro is going to come through. Another comment from Impregnable reminded me that if I upgrade this city to... And I'm actually going to send this guy... I'm going to change where he was going, because he's going to go up there too. The city that's producing these guys, if I upgrade it to, I think, the Tier 3 Sorcerer building, and also the Tier 3 Racial building, they'll be produced at Expert rank instead of Trooper, which is 2 ranks higher. And if given the number that I'm going to make of these guys, I think that's probably worth the investment. And I'll just I can kind of hurry production in these cities a little bit to speed the process along. I think the Mana Vault should probably come first, since I'm close to my mana cap pretty much constantly anyway. And then we'll grab the barracks after that, or maybe... Well, I'll hurry production on the Mana Vault, and then we'll get the barracks next and see where we're at. The city's still at more than max happiness. They're at cheerful, so... if I actually converted all that to snow, I'd make them even happier because of the Heart of the Arctic. I still don't have the Heart of the Volcano. I do have another settler here, and this was something else Impregnable talked about, was so this city's going to grow on the next turn. It'll get the Lost Library. At that point, if I rebuild the observatory and then this city grows, it's going to get the Lost Library itself, and could be a second city making really good dwarf apprentices. So I am going to work on that. I need 1 turn of producing merchandise here, I think, because I don't want the observatory to get finished on the same turn. Or I could go ahead and build the Sorcerer's Conflux. Yeah, I'll do that in this city on this turn, because I'm going to need that eventually anyway. In the meantime, this guy is going to go up to this area and put a city down over here to make the Draconians a little happier and grow my economy. I thought about putting him up here because I have the Heart of the Arctic anyway, but I'm also making elf cities, and they'll be better suited to the snow because I do not have a Heart of the Volcano, and the elves will not appreciate being in a volcanic climate. I really wish these idiots would attack me. I'll just end my turn there, I suppose. I need to get rid of them before the settler comes through. Or I could just guard the settler. I guess that would work too. I'll just ignore them and go this way. Sit on the bridge for now. Ulthep has a great temple. I think we're getting close to the Grand Palace here. Yes, we are. And if I have enough happiness, which I do, I'm going to hurry that production. It's totally worth it for the casting points right now. And Master's Guild is done there. Next in queue, Human Settler. Yes, I do want that still, because that's going straight to that point. We'll finish off the Grand Palace here later on. Okay. See, auto-completed production of the Mana Vault in Ulthep, so that's kind of cool. My max mana should be closing in on 3,000. Yeah, it's at 2,800, so it's getting close. Okay, so I got the Burrow of Frost out here, getting the incubation chamber. I did hear some good arguments from some of you guys about what other types of dragons would be useful. I was talking about building frost dragons, but you guys also correctly pointed out in the comments, and this is a lot of stuff that I'm just doing off the top of my head, so I'll give credit for all this when I get to it, maybe in the next episode. But there was talk about how fire dragons would be particularly more useful against the Dreadnought because of their resistance to fire damage. Frost dragons will get absolutely melted by the Dreadnought. And also the Spirit Dragons with their morale buff, worth it to have one of those in each army, probably, each of my main armies. So I agree with that, and I probably will end up building... See, the thing is, I have this Dragon Dwelling, but I also have the other one that I've discovered over here. No, not there. Here, I think. Yes. So this one I'm going to incorporate into my empire, and will also be using to produce dragons, as long as it's safe. I'm going to use that Raven to scout the area and make sure that it's safe. But this one is looking pretty safe. I need to go south too, so I'll do that. Make sure everything's clear before I incorporate them in an area where I can't protect them at all, which would be kind of bad. Let's see, one more item arrived. I believe that has already been... Oh wait, no, I didn't put... Oh, that's right. That's the... Oh, and the shock protection. Okay, well, that takes care of some of the stuff with Zarya. Okay, yeah, didn't need Zarya's gift. She's got that. I should have put that on her at the beginning of this turn. She is going to hang on to that heal and dead thing for now, but I might end up switching that for something else. I don't think it's particularly good for her anymore. And then this can go to literally whoever doesn't already have a jewel item, which is pretty much going to be Arctica. Sure, why not? Takes 7 turns to get there, but whatever. Okay, guys, I'm going to have to end this one here. I'll finish going over some of the rest of the comments. I did it very, very haphazard this week because there was a lot of feedback. But I got through as much as I could, so I'll talk about that more in the next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Thanks so much for watching. Like I said, this should be more of a normal week, so I should expect 2 more this week, and then I will be recording more again next weekend, provided all my plans work out the way that I think they will. So thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it, and I will see you guys all in the next episode. Special thanks to all my Patreon supporters, including Tier 3 supporters Blitz, Braden, Dawson Horner, Jimbro, Sarah Feingold, Spanglefan, Tarsak, and Tibian Army. Thanks so much, everybody.